What is up, everybody? My name is James from Zegnomics Gaming. Today I wanted to cover the Threaded Needle, my absolute favorite linear fusion rifle in the game. I've always hated linear fusion rifles, so I'm so glad to finally get my hands on one that I actually like to play with and I actually like to enjoy. Now I want to talk about the couple roles that I have. I want to talk about why it feels so good, and I want to also talk about how it performs in PvP as well as PvE. Now let's jump right into the video. Now, first and foremost, this weapon is a laser beam. It has a 62 aim assist. I think it's one of the highest in the game. And this weapon just feels so much different than the current linear fusion rifles that we have now. And just like I said before, I'm not big on linear fusion rifles. For my PvP role, I am using Killer Wind and Demolitionist so I can get some grenade energy as well as boost my range upon a kill. Now, the beautiful thing about this weapon is you get five ammo as soon as you pick up a heavy brick. So you can really get 5 kills if you're good enough to actually use this weapon. Now there really isn't any forgiveness inside this weapon. So if you do a body shot, you're not going to get the kill. Whereas a rocket launcher is so much easier to use. But if you're really good at sniping and you're good at getting those perfect crit shots like you need to, this weapon will feel amazing for you. And you will just be knocking people out. You'll be deleting them. They won't even be in the game anymore. They'll just be gone. Now, I haven't really used a linear fusion rifle since I think it was Tarantula way back when Destiny 2 first came out. And of course I used Sleeper Simulant when it released, but those two weapons, Sleeper Simulant is exotic, so it's not really the same compared to the legendary linear fusion rifles that we have now. Now, I really enjoy this weapon. It has a great charge time of 566 milliseconds, and like I said, it has a 62 aim assist. I was just popping people off. I was absolutely having a blast playing with this weapon, especially inside of PvP. Now for PvE, I'm using more of a support. I'm using it for more of a support role. So for my PvE role, I'm using Clown Cartridge and Vorpal Weapon as my two main perks. And those go hand in hand with each other. So if you're doing damage towards a boss, you'll get that extra 15 to 20% buff in damage, as well as every time you reload, you just get a random ammo count. So you could go from 5 to 7 or just whatever, and that gives you more DPS per second because you're carrying more rounds than you normally would. So it really comes in handy. Now for my PvE build, I am running a Warlock Voidwalker with Nezarec Sin. I'm also using Bone Chiller with auto loading holster as well as opening shot, and I'm also using my Vorpal / Clown Cartridge Threaded Needle linear fusion. I'm pairing that with Dead Man's Tale for the anti-barrier rounds, and I mainly use Nezarec Sin because Threaded Needle and Bone Chiller are both void, so you'll have that opportunity to just really get your super as soon as possible. I know in the strike this week I was getting probably about 3 or 4 supers per game, and I wasn't really utilizing the shotgun or the linear fusion as much as I would like to, but I was still getting about 4 supers per match. Now as far as DPS goes, DPS is one of those funny things where you feel like you're doing a ton of damage, but you may not be doing it as efficiently as necessary. Now with the Threaded Needle, I felt like I was putting out enough damage to really take out anybody that I need to. The biggest impact of it is, though, it's a linear fusion, so you have to hit the crits. The crits are the most important thing. If you cannot hit crits, you will not like this weapon inside of PvE or PvP. And as I've stated earlier, this linear fusion rifle has a higher aim assist than any other linear fusion rifle that's currently in the game right now. So that could be why it feels a little bit more stickier for me. I feel like I'm just hitting my targets a lot more. Now, I do enjoy the weapon for what it is. I don't know if I'll actually be a linear fusion rifle main all the time, but it definitely brought back memories of me using Sleeper Simulant inside of Gambit and stuff like that when it first came out. So I definitely enjoy it, but like I said, if you do not hit the crits, you will not do sustainable damage to make it really a difference. So you got to hit the crits, because if you don't hit the crits, you might as well use Anarchy, Xenophage, you know, stuff like that, because then you don't have to worry about it. You're getting more DPS as it is. Now, compared to rocket launchers, I would say that the linear fusion will put out a little bit more DPS if you have the clown cartridge with the Vorpal weapon, and if you hit all crits. You have got to hit all crits. So for example, with this week's strike, Fallen Saber, you know you have to hit those little metal pieces on the end of the shank. If you cannot hit those, don't even worry about using this. Now, you would be better off with a rocket launcher, of course, but you know, when it comes to hitting crits, that is the main thing that you have to focus on. And I feel like this weapon will make you a better player overall, because when you come inside of PvP and you play certain things like that or certain activities, it's all about hitting crits. And I feel like this weapon will actually help you and teach you and mold you into hitting more crits. So I definitely think you guys should save a roll, try it out, and you know, you might like this weapon, and it might actually help you with other weapons to help you get those nice, beautiful crit shots. Now, I was pairing this with a Charge of Light build, so I mean, I was using the essentials, you know, taking charge, high energy fire, trying to get an extra damage bonus on top of that. You can use this with stasis. I just figured since I was using Void, I was using the Void Walker, I was using Nezarec Sin to help get that super energy as quickly as possible. So I paired Threaded Needle and Bone Chiller together. And like I said, I really enjoy Bone Chiller too. It's a great weapon, and I just wanted to utilize something, a special weapon, instead of using like a primary, like a pulse or a sidearm or palindrome or something like that. Now, the curated roll comes with Fluted Barrel, Liquid Coils, Clown Cartridge, and Dragonfly. Now, that's a great roll as well. If you get that, keep it, definitely keep it, because you never know when you might need it, especially Dragonfly. Dragonfly is a pretty good perk just to mess around with. Now, my absolute god roll would be Fluted Barrel, Liquid Coils, Clown Cartridge, and Vorpal Weapon. That is the best roll in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think down below. This is my favorite roll. This is the best roll, and I definitely think that's the roll that you guys should be shooting for if you're playing PvE. Now, if you're playing PvP, it's all about how much damage you can put out quickly. So auto-loading holster, stuff like that, you don't need. You're going to want to shoot for accelerated coils to reduce that charge time, hammer forge rifling, killing wind, and then whatever other perk you want in the last column. Because demolitionist, you know, just like I said, it'll give you grenade energy if you get a kill. Dragonfly's cool for explosions. Thresh comes on this weapon, but it does not work inside Crucible, so that's useless. Multi-kill clip you can't even use because you won't be able to reload it inside of PvP. Vorpal weapon, that would only be good if you were going up against somebody that had their super. And Frenzy, that does work inside of PvP, but it's not recommended on this weapon. We'll talk more about Frenzy in my next video when I go over my sniper, Far Future I believe it's called. I have a quick draw and Frenzy roll that I absolutely adore as well. I can't wait to put that video out for you guys. I just got to finish editing it, so that should go live this weekend coming. And but yeah, just make sure you save whatever roll you get. Like I said, sunsetting is no more, and this is a fantastic linear fusion rifle, so I definitely try to hang on to it and get yourself a good roll of it. Now at this time, I'm going to let the background gameplay footage just roll out. Earlier in the clips, I had PvP. Now I have the Fallen Saber Strike for PvE for you guys to take a look at. Unfortunately, I couldn't use the linear fusion rifle as much as I wanted to, due to the fact that I wasn't able to get ammo dropping as efficiently as I would like, even with the mods equipped. So hopefully that doesn't upset you guys too much. Now, I want to thank you all for coming and watching my video. Like I said, stay tuned for more content. Don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. Please share, and also leave a comment down below on what you think I should make next, or what you would like to see in the coming future. Now at this time, I'm going to end the video. I hope no matter where you are inside of this world, I hope you all have a great day or a great night, whatever time it is where you are at. And I want to thank you all for coming and watching. Once again, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And also, like I said before, feel free to leave a comment or a like. I'll leave all my social media contact information down below. Once again, I'm going to let this play out in the background. I'll see you guys in the next video.